Alright, let's dive into this because it's a fight that's got everyone talking, but for all the wrong reasons, in my opinion. So, Conor Benn is set to challenge Ryan Garcia for the WBC title, and the boxing world is, well, let's just say it's divided. But what really caught my attention is Josh Taylor's recent comments, claiming Benn isn't even British level. Bold statement, right? But is he on to something? Let's break it down. First off, the fact that Benn is getting a title shot against Garcia feels a bit unearned, if I'm being honest. I mean, Garcia, despite his own controversies, has at least faced some notable names. His win over Mario Barrios, while not the most impressive, still gave him that strap. And let's not forget, Garcia's had his ups and downs, like that no contest with Devin Haney after testing positive for Ostarine. But here's the thing, Garcia's been in the ring with top-tier talent, even if the results haven't always been clean. Benn? Not so much. What makes this really interesting is Benn's own doping history. 2 failed tests for clomiphene back in 2022. Now, he's bounced back with some high-profile fights, like those 2 Eubank Jr. bouts. Personally, I thought he looked solid in the rematch, but then he went and fought Regis Prograis, and let's just say it wasn't pretty. Prograis was past his prime, and Benn still struggled. If you take a step back and think about it, Benn hasn't really proven himself against a world-class fighter in their prime. And that's a big red flag. Now, Josh Taylor saying Benn wouldn't even beat Conor Walker, that's a hot take. But here's where it gets fascinating. Taylor's not just throwing shade, he's pointing out a trend. Benn's been fighting at catchweights, like that 150-pound bout with Prograis. But he hasn't stepped into the ring at 147 pounds since 2022. That's 2 years. 2 years without a fight in the division he's now challenging for a title in. What this really suggests is that Benn might not be as prepared as we're led to believe. In my opinion, this fight feels like a mismatch. Garcia, despite his flaws, has the experience and the pedigree. Benn? He's got the name, the hype, and a couple of decent wins, but nothing that screams title contender. One thing that immediately stands out is how much this fight feels like it's been pushed for the wrong reasons, big names, big money, but not necessarily big skill. What many people don't realize is that boxing is as much about the narrative as it is about the talent. And right now, the narrative is all over the place. This raises a deeper question. Are we seeing a shift in how title shots are handed out? Is it more about marketability than merit? Personally, I think we're at a point where the sport needs to reevaluate its priorities. A detail I find fascinating is how both fighters have had doping controversies, yet here they are, headlining a major event. What does that say about the state of boxing? Closing thought. This fight might be entertaining, but it's hard to shake the feeling that it's more about the spectacle than the sport. If Benn pulls off the upset, it'll be one of the biggest shocks in recent memory. But if Garcia wins, will it even feel like a real victory? Either way, it's a fight that's got me thinking, and not just about the result, but about where boxing is headed. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.